broadcast. We are live coast to coast. Border to border on iHeartRadio today. We have got two great guests we're going to get to here in just a few moments. They're going to join us live via the telephone. And if you want to find us on Twitch, you can do so. Also, you can find us at our website. That is the best spot to go to see what we are up to. It is JiggyJaguar.com. You can also find us on the Mike Online magazine over there at themic.info, and also the Mike.fun as well. We have got two great guests with us today. They join us here on the telephone. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Tell us a bit about yourselves.
Hey there, this is Nate Kors and Reed Waddle. We are a band called Marc Makers.
That's awesome.
What's up, everybody?
We just released a new single called Higher a couple weeks ago, and we're pretty stoked about it.
So, tell me a little bit about how each of you guys got into the music industry.
Oh, where to begin? I started writing songs a long time ago with my dad, and I met Nate in New York City about 10 years ago at a studio session, and we just started writing, kind of hanging out, and been kind of musical partners ever since. So
yeah, we met in New York. I think we were working on somebody else's record. I think we were playing.
Yeah.
Reed was probably singing on somebody else's record, and we kind of connected there. Just kind of dug the vibe. Each of us was kind of laying down at the time, and decided to just write together. So that was kind of the germ of where it all started, and we just never stopped. Yeah.
That's awesome. We have got two great guests with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. Marc Makers are with us. They began as a musical experiment in a small New York City apartment, and they have gone on to do some incredible things. You guys are amazing. Tell me a little bit about your what people say about you guys online and at your shows. Tell us about some of the feedback you've gotten from folks.
Yeah, I can give some of that. So our style is kind of interesting. Reed's vocals are really unique. Our sound is sort of centered around that. He's got like a really soulful kind of voice, and a lot of times what I try to do from a production side is to really meld in some different sounds, some sounds that don't always go with that, maybe typically go with a soulful kind of voice. But what we found is that, like, experimenting with electronic sounds, organic sounds, all kinds of things like that, we've really sort of developed this new pop kind of a thing. And the feedback we've gotten has been really positive lately. We're hearing that people are digging Reed's voice a lot, and again, the combination of some sort of unexpected pop production elements in combination with that is really people are digging it.
It's been really cool to kind of see it grow over the years, too, with just the way the world is these days and how things are being made, and how good technology really is. It's exciting to be able to, for me, I'm more of an acoustic, singer-songwriter approach, and Nate kind of takes it into this place that I never would even really think about. And that's really what I think collaboration is. What can be so cool about it is you start out one way and end up in a totally different place. So it's we're excited to make some more music, and just it's nice to put stuff out in the world and get some positive response.
We have got two great guests with us today. They join us live here on our big broadcast. Marc Makers are with us. We are going to be playing Higher here in a few moments, and we'll talk about that here in just a few here on our big program. So tell me a little bit about how we find you guys online, social media, websites, all these things.
Yeah, Marc Makers Music on Instagram. You can check us out there. Twitter as well, at Marc Makers Music. And you can, go.
This is Marc Makers, and this is our second release that we put out, and just really kind of hit the Spotify and Apple Music and anywhere you can find music these days, we're kind of available. So just put out our first music video too, and which was a really fun experience that we got to shoot in New York, and finally, whoever the people that put it together really did a great job, and just we're pretty proud of it.
We have got Marc Makers with us today. They join us live here on our big program. So, tell me a little bit about the music scene where you guys are from.
Yeah, so I'm in L.A. Reed's based on the East Coast, but I'm in L.A., and the scene here is kind of crazy. It was really weird for a minute with COVID and everything kind of shut down. But we're seeing it coming back. We're seeing it taking on a new form. There's a lot of DIY stuff in LA happening. A lot of like house shows or like really small gatherings and stuff like that. Which I think is ultimately good for the music. The industry's in a kind of a funny place, but the music's still doing well. So that's encouraging. Reed, what about you where you are?
It's cool to see live music come back again. I mean, during the pandemic, I did a lot of online, Facebook Live shows and stuff like that, which was a really nice way to be able to interact and kind of experiment with songs you were writing or just different ways of performing. And, this song, Actually Higher, was always pretty well received whenever I would play it, and that's kind of one of the reasons we kind of went forward getting this single out there, because we just, every time I do play it, it gets a really positive response, and it's nice to be able to go and work again, as a musician. For 2 years, we really couldn't, so you said it best, it's in a strange place, but the music industry is a strange place. It's probably always will be, but it's good to be able to play in front of people again, for sure.
We have got Marc Makers with us today. They join us live here on our big program. So, what is your main social media that you guys use? Because it seems like everybody is everywhere. What do you guys prefer?
I think predominantly Instagram, just because there seems to be, we got some initial traction there, and once we started that account, that's where we started announcing all our releases from. So we have a Twitter account as well, but and that's always updated, and you can follow there too. But I think Instagram, you can check out our video there and all sorts of links and stuff in our bio. So that's the main one.
So we have this new song, Higher, which we are going to play here in a few moments. Tell us a little bit about this track.
On this one, I started writing the song a while ago, and I'd always had the chorus in my head, and one day Nate and I kind of brought it to Nate, and he, kind of helped me finish it and really built up the track, and I recorded the vocals at my house, and did it kind of bi-coastal, if you will, and which is another kind of sign of where we are these days. You can kind of record anywhere if you have the technology, which we do, and just really happy with how it came out, and proud that we could do it independently, and kind of did what we wanted to. I would also say, like, I think we just kind of stayed true to what the song originally was. We didn't. The cool thing about the way we're releasing music independently is we don't have to really censor ourselves or edit ourselves in any ways that we don't want to. So, Reed and I went back and forth a few times with different versions, and we really landed on the one that we love and the one that we really sort of want to put forward. And I think that's the really cool thing about making music independently, is that you get to do what you want, and you can make those kind of decisions. So that was really great.
Well, we are going
the way we wanted to.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put you guys on a brief hold. We're going to play the song, and then we're going to come back and keep talking with Marc Makers. Right now, it is Higher, and it is here on your Sunday radio broadcast.
Your love is a radio song.
I can't stop this madness inside my mind. This thing we have is the keeping kind. I call for water and you bring me wine. Every time the fire's burning, let's make it shine till the morning time. Your love is a radio song played all night long, over and over again, can't get enough. So turn it up, 'cause the feeling that you're sending takes me higher and higher. I'm stuck in this hurry. You take your time. I won't waste my worry. With you, I'm fine. I call for water and you bring me wine. Every time the fire's burning, let's make it shine till the morning time. Your love is a radio song played all night long, over and over again, can't get enough. So turn it up, 'cause the feeling that you're sending takes me higher and higher. Come fill my cup, never enough. Take tonight and set it on fire. When my heart is heavy, you lift it up. No way we could get any higher. Come fill my cup, never enough. Take tonight and set it on fire. When my heart is heavy, you lift it up. No way we could get any higher.
That is the fantastic Marc Makers with Higher, and they join us today here on the telephone. So, this song has been getting a lot of rave reviews. Tell me a little bit about some of the feedback and response you guys have been getting.
Yeah, we've been getting some positive feedback. Some feedback from folks here in the States, and actually some feedback a little bit in Europe, a little bit in South America. And in general, I think people really like the energy of the track. It's just like a feel-good track. We hear that a lot. And that's kind of what we meant it to be, I think. There's some deeper themes in the song, of course, but like I think overall, and Reed can speak to this more, but I think overall we really wanted an uplifting, happy song, and I think that's the vibe we're getting back.
That's awesome. So, what is next for you guys now that this is out and off and running and everything else?
We recorded a couple songs, pre-recorded a few things actually, just trying to think about our next release, and we're also going to start writing some new stuff too. Just going to keep working together and building momentum and, try to put out some new stuff very soon.
So, Marc Makers join us today. Higher is the latest from him. We just heard that track. And so, as we get into the last 2 months of the year, what do you guys have planned going into this, and then some early plans for next year?
I think we're gonna be in the studio predominantly for the rest of the year. We both have other projects that we're currently working on as well, so kind of just shuffling around that. But yeah, doing a lot of writing, doing a lot of collaboration, and that's kind of the plan for the foreseeable future. Really, just hunker down and just continue to work on the follow-ups to Higher, and see if we can.
We're hoping it's a big year for us. We got a lot of ideas in the tank, so we're just gonna try to flush them out and get them ready to go. So we're looking forward to it.
We have got Marc Makers with us today. Higher is the latest from him, and they join us here on our big broadcast. So, gentlemen, I guess before we let you go, how do people buy your music and contribute to what you guys are doing?
You can check us out on all the streaming services, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. We're everywhere. Marc Makers, MarcMakers. Check us out there. Check us out at Marc Makers Music on Instagram. And, love the support and super thankful for it.
Yeah, thank you for playing it. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. Keep us updated on when you guys have more music available. We definitely would love to talk to you guys again. Have yourself a pleasant day, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks so much. You too.
Appreciate it, guys. There they go, the fantastic Marc Makers today here on our big broadcast. So that about wraps it up here, and we will see you next time.